we're back. So we are going to continue on with the doors to the tavern swinging wide open and 2.5 men walk in. Balasar, Backbone, and you walk in and you see 3 dead kobolds on the ground, and seated at one table are 5 individuals, all with weapons drawn. At this point...
This is still better than what happened to me just now.
At this point, I'm going to begin with... now everyone gets to introduce their characters. You do not have to say your race or class, but please say your name and your description. Starting with Mustaq.
Hey everybody, I'm Backbone, and I'm... Sorry, I don't remember my description. Let me have a look. I am... Sorry.
No.
Yes.
Write it out.
Okay.
You know, a lot of
Hello.
people find it difficult to put words to their personalities. It's fine.
So just a physical description?
Just a physical description, yeah.
Cool. Hey, I'm Backbone. I'm 150 centimeters tall. I've got purple tan skin, darker towards the extremities, lighter towards the torso, and I've got quite a lean build. I'm wearing an Indian Sherwani outfit, and I've got a red top leather vest armor with white pants. Nice to meet all of you. Oh, and I've got small brown antler-like horns pointing out of my ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Backbone.
What does your hair and eyes look like? I want to know.
My hair, I've got black eyes, no pupil, and I've got jet black shoulder length hair. Pretty cool.
Charming.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, Sherwani outfit.
From that, let's go with Zie Ling. You're next. Yeah, just as you put that spoonful of food into your mouth.
I just
you're next.
am really enjoying Rita's condiments.
Rita's
condiments. I am Zie Ling.
Hey, Zie Ling.
I am 180 centimeters.
Oh, cool.
I am basically made up of rocks. My whole body's made up of rocks, like put together. And in between the cracks of the rocks, there's moss growing. What else? My eyes are completely black. And it's grey rocks. My hair that Rita likes so much, thank you, is basically a really long mohawk that's made of green grass. I am wearing a Tang Dynasty like hanfu that's yellow, green, and brown, and it's like kind of like shoulder things with a belt with like 2 pieces hanging down one piece hanging down the middle, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys can picture it. And underneath that I have like a leather bodysuit.
Wow.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're next.
That's me.
Hello. I don't actually have a name. I sort of grew up without one, but somehow someone started calling me it, and then a lot of people joined in, but really you can call me anything and I don't give a crap.
Anything.
I'm about 12 looking, but if you ask me about my age, I won't tell you because I want to appear more tough. But I do look about 12, and I'm not that tall as a 12-year-old, but I have completely black eyes, pale pink skin, and dark red hair and a bob cut. So if you saw me at night, you'd probably think I was just like a normal human kid. But since it's daytime, And assuming the pub isn't that gloomy, you can see that I'm not really human. Sometimes I like to pass as one though. And I'm just wearing some clothes that I found, and it's a bit old and scruffy, but calico tunic and leggings with a navy blue cloak over a leather vest. And the cloak, since I'm traveling with strangers, the hood is up, so it's really obscuring as much of me as I can.
Okay.
And yeah, I do look like an urchin, so
Oh, I want to call you an urchin.
pretty obvious that I don't have parents.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if that's obvious from someone's physical
Oh,
appearance.
true,
but
true.
Hey, you know what?
I'm traveling with 2 grown men.
They
Never
could be your
mind.
dads.
They could be. They could be.
Rain, you're up.
So hi guys, my name is Rain. I'm 180 centimeters tall. I have a pretty like lean build. I have completely white eyes and like very dark, like pretty almost black purple skin. I have long white hair that would like go down like to my middle back or something, but I tie it up in like a top knot style. I am wearing like black, sort of like monk's robes, but obviously like in a way that it's like easy to move and fight around in. And over that, I wear a black cloak, and I have a black pull-up mask with a red underlined R on the mouth. So that's me. Nice to meet you.
I'm just going to reiterate that if you're not talking, you can turn your mic off, but you don't have to. Balasar, however, your description is next, please.
Okay, awesome. Can I do this through the gift of song?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. My name is Balasar, and I'm a dragon bard. I sing, and just like milkshakes, I bring you all to the yard. My milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I'm gonna have to charge. And also, I'm a bard dragon.
Hang on. Can you please tell us your physical description?
Oh yes. I'm 180 centimeters tall. I'm 100 kilos, lean muscle. I have light blue eyes and deep blue sea scales. I have a dark brown bicocket with red feathers, a white tunic, a brown leather vest, white bottoms, a dark brown belt, and dark brown boots to match. I have a dark forest green cloak that hangs over my back with a personalized logo that depicts the Dracodandian logo. A black dragon wearing a black bicocket. And instead of black fire, it's black musical notes coming out of the mouth. It's all black. And a horn hangs around my head, and I have no tail.
Thank you, Nicholas. Jess, last but definitely not least, please introduce Lee.
Sup, fam? My name's Lee. I'm also 180 centimeters tall. We're all 6 foot here, apart from this 12-year-old. Let's see. So I'm tall and slim, but muscular. I've got myself some heavy chainmail with a metal shield and a whip. I don't know. They're just hanging on me somewhere. All my uncovered skin has runic-style tattoos that I have put on myself. And my hair is black, but it's currently buzzed, so all you can see is the dark wash of it. I've got indigo skin and red eyes with black pupils. Yeah, and I'm just here to have a good time and drink some rum.
Okay, so that's the physical description of the party, and what happens as the 2.5 men walk in is that Chester watches the three individuals at the door, and since they're not kobolds, he starts to relax and says, "Okay, huh? Come on in, y'all." And so Chester and Rita slowly begin to put their weapons down. Do Zie Ling, Rain, and Lee do the same?
Yeah, I'll tuck it away. Oh, all right.
Zie Ling, what do you do?
Is Backbone a tiefling?
You can see.
Can I know?
You can see brown antler-like horns. And roll me a perception check.
Also, can I tell that the dragon bard is a musician?
Yeah, actually, yeah, same.
I mean, he walked in and sang about himself.
But
Sure,
did
sure.
he actually sing like in the game? Cause wow.
Well, he also has called himself a bard. So
Yeah. So
Okay, I lower my weapon, but I look really pissed off.
Oh, what's your beef with 13?
13. Okay, so you can definitely see behind Backbone there is a purple tail, kind of like not writhing, but going back and forth with each step that he takes. It is two-toned, like a lemur, printed like a lemur's tail, and it's two tones of purple. You are pretty sure he's a tiefling.
Boom, boom, boom.
Roll me an insight check, Zie Ling.
Just quickly, Ben.
Yo.
What happened to the little demon that was following Zie Ling around?
It's still following Zie Ling around.
Oh, he's
my
chilling.
little yeah.
Lucy!
Lucy.
Lucy! That's right.
So I should clarify for its Balasar and Backbone, there is a small little
It's the
creature
fucking cutest thing in the world.
that is standing at Zie Ling's feet, and it looks like a large
What's it
hare.
called again?
It's called
A large what?
El Mirage,
El Mirage.
and it
El
is.
Mirage.
It looks like a large hare, and it has a unicorn horn pointing out of its head.
Okay.
Did you say a large hare?
A large hare.
Like,
Yeah.
Like a
No,
rabbit.
like a
rabbit.
rabbit here. Like a
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Large.
hey Dilys, since you asked that question, can you please roll me a perception check?
It's like this. Oh wait, my background's not helping.
Roll me a perception check, Dilys.
18 plus 4?
Oh my goodness. You can not only see but smell that on the tip of its horn, the El Mirage, there is dried blood.
Also, my insight was 16.
Okay. Yeah. You only needed a 5. This is definitely not the tiefling that you're looking for, but it is a tiefling.
Okay. I'm wary. I don't do anything, but I'm wary.
Sure. What does anybody want to do? Anything?
I could do with a top up of rum.
We just want food,
Rita?
really?
Is that kid allowed in here?
I could do with some food.
Who are you
After
calling
all that,
kid?
You look 12, buddy.
And
Don't
Rita
drink
Me?
any alcohol.
and Rita
Yeah, but I
tells,
know. And I can definitely.
Rita tells Rain to shush, bring in it to the same table, and then Chester, very interestingly, he bumps the bottom of it and pulls out another table, so it's suddenly extended into twice its length.
Whoa.
So before it was a little crowded with the 5 of you, and now all 8 of you can sit at it quite comfortably.
Oh, chestnut, really.
Oh, god damn it. Why are they sitting
Love
with us?
those extendable tables.
You can't sit with that. I mean, girls.
And she, with one hand, like bustles round to the back of the bar, tops up Lee's drink, and brings out food for all of you. And
Sure.
Chester goes, let me explain what's going on here. So
Yes,
this-
please.
this food and drink isn't on the house, but I think that we can come to an arrangement of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
All right, I'm all ears.
and okay, sorry, as you start to eat and drink, because she keeps bustling between the table and the bar, bringing you food and drink, and it is amazing roti
Mm.
with
Biryani?
sure, with biryani,
Satay or curry?
satay curry, all the things that you want.
Oh,
Wow,
man.
this is
Sorry,
amazing.
Okay.
Can I have
Um,
some chai?
yeah, she definitely brings up some chai.
Bubble
There
tea?
is still rum. There is
Oof.
bubble tea. There is
Oh, there's
This
going to be
woman's
dumpling,
stealing
right?
my heart.
there's one other thing that I think was really important. What was it? There was whiskey and rum that was requested. And also, like you all dig in, and Chester, he mostly laughs and watches, and he goes, yeah, that roti, that's my recipe.
No way.
And
Fuck
Rita like slaps him on the shoulder.
It's
and goes,
appropriation.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what Rita says. And she slaps him on the shoulder and goes like, don't steal my people's food.
I love this.
I like you more and more.
Rita's woke.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Chester
liking
looks
this
at her and
region.
goes,
Thank you.
Oh, Rita! Fuck, you should just come with us to our travels.
I like Rita.
sorry, Lee, who do you say that to? Do you say that to Rita?
I'd be happy with that.
Saying that to Rita.
And
Rita, you
Rita
should
looks
join
at,
us on our travels.
Rita looks at you and goes, I would love that. And then she puts her arm around Chester and goes, but as you can see, I have to take care of this one. And
Look, we've got a big rock guy here. There's enough of us here. We can carry you out.
I respect that.
then Rita looks at Rain and goes, like I said, my previous husband made a good drink. My current husband, he makes a good meal.
I can make plenty of good things. Pretty good with my hands.
And then they both look at you and laugh. And Chester goes, oh, I'm sure that you can. You look
Oh yeah,
all
Chester.
sorts of physical.
Maybe I could show you something later.
And Chester laughs.
But anyway, please do go on about getting a bit flustered. The situation here.
Okay.
And who are these guys?
Anyway, yeah.
And then they both look at you, surprised, Rain, and go, who are these guys? I thought they were with you.
I've never seen them before in my life.
And both Chester and Rain sit back. Not suspicious, they're just surprised. And what do the 2.5 men say?
Hey, thanks for the food and drink.
We were starving, so yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I like
You run
whiskey.
into any trouble on the way in here?
You seem cool, and we're not trying to bug you or anything. We'll be on our way.
Yeah.
And Chester then looks at it and goes, wait. Hang on. What do you mean you're gonna be on your way? Where are you going?
We don't really know.
That's
We
true.
were just walking along town, and then there were some
3
dead
mushroom
bodies and
skin
some crazy people. Yep.
and mushrooms.
Your town
The
is
mushrooms got
creepy,
you as
so
well.
as soon as we can leave, we'd be pretty happy. But thanks for the food.
I think that's gonna be hard to leave with all these bloody, what are they called? Kobolds running around.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
so
We
wanna
can
hear
look
what-
after
these
ourselves.
spots then.
Chester here has to say.
Wow, you all
Especially
spoke
with
at the same time.
What are we gonna do about these kobolds?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to leave with all these kobolds running around.
I mean,
maybe you
one
should
day it
sit
sounds
here and
like-
listen to Chester,
yeah.
especially with a kid. Could die.
I
Little
killed
kid.
3 kobolds. We can look after ourselves.
Oh yeah,
Right.
sure, whatever, go then.
Zie Ling, what are you thinking? What are you saying?
I'm gonna say to Rain, why are you so eager for them to stay?
I just don't want that kid to die. But hey, they can leave if they want to. I hate musicians. So
And
annoying.
Balasar, what happens when Rain says that? Balasar?
Wait, what was that again? What did she say?
What happens when you hear the words, I hate musicians?
I hate musicians.
You heard Rain say that, not trying to
Me
lower-
too!
Okay.
Hear
No
anything?
way, no. I'm not a pander to the masses. No.
Who said-
What kind of musicians
said
have
we
you
should-
been listening to?
High five! I hate musicians too. I've been stuck with this guy the whole time.
Wait, the little kid hates musicians?
Yes.
Ah,
Oh my
That's,
gosh.
that's
I'm
it. No one's getting any healing. You're not getting any healing. You're
I'm
not
so
getting
sorry
any
for
healing.
you.
I'm myself.
I'm
Dropping
so
mic.
sorry, little dude or girl or them. Like, come join our party.
Yeah,
Anything
yeah,
to
if you
get
hate
away from this
musicians
guy.
Too, you're probably all right, eh?
Can we
Oh,
all?
cool.
Can I join
Yeah,
you guys
come
too
have a
and leave
drink
the
with
bar
us.
alone?
You know, you guys seem chill.
Yeah, you look all right. I like your
I've got horns.
I like your
and
purple
we've got purple
skin.
skin as well. Yeah.
I know, just go on a solo
Yeah, that's
adventure
cool.
and explore the world.
Can
Fine by me.
that guy just sit over there and you
Oh, we don't-
guys come have a drink with us?
We don't
Okay.
really know how to get rid of him.
He
you
keeps
just
on
kill him.
singing. It's a bit annoying. Yeah.
At that moment, as
Sorry.
you're saying, we don't really know how to get rid of him, Chester butts in and says, wait. Hang on there. Hang on. Now, clearly, you guys are all capable because it sounds like you all came here for a reason. And I think maybe we can work together.
What do you want, Chestnut?
What's in it for us?
So, this town, Tongod, it's not the best place in the world, but it's where I
We
live.
know that.
And I want to protect this town. And Rita nods, just standing behind him with her hand on his shoulder, and goes, there are good people here. Most of the people here are unable to protect themselves. All of the able-bodied individuals that we had previously, they joined the militia and died. Currently, whenever the kobolds come, they just come in. Maybe if we're lucky, they just take an animal. Maybe 2, maybe 3. That's not gonna, this isn't sustainable. At some point, they might start taking the children. And for the first time, Chester doesn't look jolly. He doesn't look happy. And he looks down at his legs and goes, like I said, I used to be a blade scholar. I could probably go and take this myself. Not anymore.
Did the kobolds do this to you?
And he laughs again and says, no, not the kobolds. At least not these ones. These have nothing on what took my legs from me.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Chester. Sounds like you guys are in a bit of a pickle. Look, we really need to find Sanjay because he's Lee's friend.
Sounds like there's a good possibility he's still alive.
And Rita looks up one last time, well, another time, and goes, I mean, you can keep searching for him, or if you want, later I can take you to his grave.
Oh, well, you didn't
But you said you never found his body.
No, I'm said that we never found some of the other bodies.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, okay, guys. Sanjay's dead.
Do we know who Sanjay is? The three who just came in?
My mate Sanjay. He used to own this bar.
That's why we came to this bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to time out for 1 second and say there is a possibility that I just messed that up. I don't care. We're moving on, that Sanjay did die.
No!
Copy that.
Okay.
Okay.
Or at least there is a grave.
Because of an act
There
of
is a
God,
grave.
Sanjay is officially dead.
Okay.
I
at
think-
least
I
there's
think
a
we
grave.
should pay our respects. And personally, I would like to help you guys find your militia and get rid of these
If
kobolds,
they're not dead.
because these people in this village are innocent. I don't know. Seems like a pretty shitty business, right?
And
Guys?
Cool.
Rita smiles and goes, okay, well, once you guys are done eating, I know that's good brownie, but once you guys are done eating, I can take you to the cemetery, the local cemetery. We can pay our respects. Chester here can give you as much intel as we have. It's not much, but we have a little bit of it. And then after that, we want to, and she looks at Chester and goes, honey, what do we want? And Chester goes, He points at Backbone and Lee and goes, you two have shields. Definitely clergy. You guys look like warriors. He looks at Balasar and goes, a dragonborn with multiple instruments, bearing that banner on his cloak, he can definitely take care of himself. And then he looks at Rain and Zie Ling and goes, those quarterstaffs, those aren't just for show. And he looks at Rain in particular and goes, and leans in a little bit and whispers, I especially like what you did with your staff. That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Maybe we could trade tips later on weapons.
And then he laughs and goes, dude, we could trade tips, all right. And then he saves his last look for it and goes, and you, hiding the way you're hiding, you are either the most important person here, or you are the leader of this group, or both. I don't know. Maybe you don't know. I think you will at some point.
I don't know.
And
Who's this little urchin?
This little kid? Okay. But I hate musicians too, so it's all good.
I want to spill my drink.
You got taste, kid. You got taste.
And Chester, as he picks up one of the daggers, you know how he had one in the table, like buried in it.
Mm-hmm.
He picks it off the table and sheathes it back in the arm sheath, and says, "Like I said, Tongod is a town of good people, but we need some adventuring folk like yourself to come in and help us. I'd do it, but." I can't run. I can't even leave this place anymore. We really need to install a ramp, he says, looking at Rain.
Right?
Yeah, right.
That's the first thing I said when we got here.
Yeah, we really, you know what? maybe instead of trading tips, you can help me with that after you've solved our incursions.
Hey, no problem. Like I said, I'm pretty good with my hands. Did some carpentry at the monastery. I studied that, so
And he
more
goes
than
like,
happy to help with some woodwork.
"Oh yeah, I bet you're good with some woodwork."
Yeah.
And Rita is just like standing above him, like shaking her head. And Chester goes,
You can join us.
He gestures to his wife and goes, "And my wife Rita, she's something fierce. Like you saw that crossbow shot right between the eyes, man. But God bless her, she's dedicating her days to maintaining what we have left. Help us.
Oh my
Tongod
God.
needs people like you." And then he reaches into a pocket and he pulls out a small satchel and he places it on the table and he undoes it. And who here has the highest passive perception?
I got 16.
Cool.
I got 11. Oh, what?
I've got 14.
Okay. I believe that Lee, you have the highest passive perception, and so immediately you can tell that there is 15 gold per person for the 6 of you. That was 15 gold each. And he
Okay, I'm in.
and he says, and Chester, he opens up the bag and he pours the coins onto the table and goes, "Take that as an advance. That's about what we can afford for now. As long as
Right.
you're in this town, we will take care of your food, we will take care of your lodging, and we will do our best to pay you what we can. It's not much, but it will be what we can pay you." And then he leans in and goes, "There are 3 things that I think we need help with. We need to stop this mushroom infestation."
Mhm.
Thank you.
Those mushrooms.
Fucking
Right,
mushrooms.
Lee?
That we
Fuck those
sure do.
mushrooms.
Never seen them.
What is up with that?
I've seen a lot of plants, man.
They really fucked her up.
Oh,
Anyway, sorry, go on.
last time I messed with mushrooms.
And he says, "Yeah, I know, right, man? I was so happy when I saw them first floating in, and they are not happy fun time mushrooms."
Nah, not the happy kind.
He says,
Kill it with fire.
he says, "One of our neighbors lost 4 kids to those mushrooms."
Cool.
Ooh.
That was not fun having to bury those kids.
Your legs.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun, jolly time.
And then Rita presses his shoulder and says, "Excuse me, I think you'll find that I had to bury those kids."
Rita, you're so practical and strong.
And Chester
Really
goes,
admire that.
yeah, sorry, I meant she had to bury those children.
Same.
Why are we fighting about this? Those were children. And then Rita takes over and goes, "The mushrooms are one thing. They seem to be floating down from the nearby hill.
All right.
No one has had time to go and investigate because suddenly these kobolds are coming in and they're just raiding us. We have lost a few of our townfolk trying to defend ourselves. We seem defenseless because, sure, they're easy to kill, but there's so many of them." And then he looks over at Lee and goes, Rita looks at Lee and goes, "Yeah?"
Do you know where the kobolds are coming from?
And she says, "All we know is that the kobolds seem to be coming from the Singh forest." That's
Yeah, I was just there.
Ah.
And then with that, Rita looks over at it and goes, You were just there?
Yeah, I lost my home because of these kobolds, so I'd be glad to help get rid of them, especially if there's gold involved.
How
I
did
was
you
just
lose your
minding my
home?
business. I lived in the forest and I foraged and I survived because who needs grown-ups anyway? And then these kobolds just appeared out of nowhere and started chopping down all my trees. So I destroyed some of them, but then they chased me and then I had to come out in the open.
And Chester perks up at this and goes, it was it? What do I call you? Okay, whatever. Okay, how many kobolds did you see, kid?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, which is why I couldn't stay. I couldn't kill all of them.
And then Chester leans back for one moment and whispers whispers to Rita, and then Rita like looks at him weird and goes like, and then Chester like turns back. Hang on, kid. How high can you count up to?
Never had to really try.
Do you know how much 100 is?
There were definitely more than 50.
15 or 50?
50. I'm not stupid, you know.
Yeah, we know. You hate musicians, so
yeah.
I can tell you, your head is screwed on straight.
Thanks, Rain.
Hey, no problem, kid. That still sounds like a lot more than any one of us could tackle. That's for sure.
And Chester looks at Rain as Rain says this and goes, yeah, 50 or more. Oof, that is a hard day's work, and you're lucky if your friends come back from it.
I'm not even sure if that's all of them, because that was just what was in my part of the forest.
And Rain...
do you know why they're coming here?
Sorry, Rita, not Rain. Rita, when it says this, just pours everyone another round of drinks. Just without saying a word. It was like, whoa, that is a lot of drink.
Rita, what a woman.
Balasar, what are you thinking or saying at this point? You've been very quiet, which is unlike you.
Oh, no, I'm just I was collecting all these musician jabs and remembering how many times I'm not going to heal people.
I got my own healing hands, baby.
Backbone, what about yourself?
Are we privy to what it just said just now to Chester? Yeah, we're all together.
As far as I understand, like you are all in this conversation.
Yeah.
Unless someone wasn't listening.
I'm just wondering how truthful it is in her account of what happened in the forest.
Fantastic. Mustaq, please roll me insight check.
A D20?
A D20. Dilys. Okay, wait until Mustaq is rolled, and then you will have to roll as well.
Oh, God, I got a 5.
Fantastic. Dilys, if you roll, is that...
Hang on, do I have to add something onto that?
I mean, yeah, there should be an insights modifier there as well.
Oh, okay. It says P plus 4 insight. What does that mean?
Yeah, so just plus 4. So P stands for
9.
proficiency. So
Okay,
9? Okay.
9, yeah.
And Dilys, as the player, is it telling the truth or is it lying? Yeah. We're
You
gonna have
gotta
to
unmute yourself.
say all of that again. Sorry.
So as a player,
I think you just muted yourself again.
yeah, every time I use a spacebar to like unmute myself, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Okay.
As the player, it is telling the truth as far as it knows, but all it's seen is what's invaded its home.
Cool. So Backbone, with that roll, you don't know.
Hmm.
Backbone cannot read this urchin individual that has lived in the forest far away from other people.
But he has doubts about her account. Does he?
He has doubts
Oh, no.
about their account.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you remember that warg that was chasing me when you met me? That was from the
Yep. Yeah. I
Did
just
you
don't
guys
remember
just
100.
meet?
No.
Oh, you mean the wog we saved you from? Ah, yes.
Wait, hold up. What's your guys' story anyway? How'd you all meet? I'm
Backbone?
talking to
running
you,
away.
you
Somebody.
bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Balasar, you
go
get
ahead.
to
I
speak.
Yeah.
Backbone, please do the talking for me.
I can't remember. Sorry.
I can't either. I'm just a
Can't.
musician. What do I know?
Wow.
Go it. You're the leader.
Okay, Nick, roll for this, and I can recount for it if you want. So roll me a history check.
Okay. Roll. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my goodness. That's a 1.
Balasar doesn't remember anything right now.
Hmm.
Of course he doesn't. He's a fucking musician.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Bloody useless.
So I've just finished off my run, and I'm just thinking we should probably head into that forest to make a plan and try to find the.
Can I just check?
All of us?
Totally agree with Lee there. But didn't Chester say you needed 3 things for us to help you with? So there's that mushroom situation, the cobalt situation.
Yeah.
What was the 3rd thing?
And then
Yeah.
The ramp?
The ramp. Was it the ramp? Because this place is still wheelchair inaccessible. Recap.
and Chester laughs again and goes like, Rain, I love the way that you think, but the ramp can wait until after you've helped the town. So
Okay, but that was the...
that wasn't the 3rd thing. And then Chester turns to it and goes, did you say a warg? And he sees it's nodding and goes, that was the 3rd thing. So previously what happened around Tongod is that maybe once a year we would have an incursion. And when I first came here, we would have maybe, this is terrible, this will sound terrible, but we would maybe have an annual incursion of a kobolds from one side of the town, and maybe goblins and wargs from the other side of the town. And Rita, at this point, she pipes in and goes, yeah, but not all goblins are bad. Don't be racist. And she slaps Chester on the head. and she looks at him and goes, haven't we learned anything from the war? And Chester goes, yeah, Yeah, I learned something from the war. I was in the war. You weren't. Don't hit me.
What war?
A little bit of a domestic
Zie Ling, roll me a
trouble
history
in
check.
paradise.
Damn it. 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
You know that they're referring to a recent world war that happened
Okay.
about a century ago. But
Okay.
Chester, being a dwarf, probably he looks old enough to have lived through that war. And Chester looks at Zie Ling from that question and goes, "From which war?" Man, the unnatural war.
What's that?
Can I volunteer to explain the war?
Hmm.
Since I seem to be interested in that kind of thing.
I'm okay. So first,
We love history.
You know what? Ankita, go for it.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Oh no, just tell them what you know. What do you know?
No, I thought this was okay. Never mind.
What?
I thought I could just roll and he would explain it, but I don't want to.
Oh, I see. Okay, you know what? Ankita, you can roll a history check at advantage.
Okay. So D20?
Yeah, and roll it twice and take the higher number.
Okay, roll it twice. Okay. Boop. First one 6.
And the second one?
9.
9 plus?
Why are we all so shit too?
11's enough. So, Chester sits back and lets Rain start to talk about what he knows about the unnatural war. And about 100 years ago, maybe more, maybe less, it was the first time that necromancers had come together. And then he looks at everyone, and Chester looks at everyone, but especially at it, and goes, "Do you know what a necromancer is?" And then he sighs, and he goes, "So a bunch of magic users came together and created a new kind of energy that had never been used before, something that could raise the dead. And pretty much the whole world that we live in, called Mystara, it got sucked into this war of undead. It was the first time that people, that all humanoids banded together, which is why Rita and Chester were arguing about goblins, because for the first time in history, orcs, goblins, elves, dwarves, and humans banded together to fight off hordes of the undead. And just when it looks like the living were going to lose, some magic users on the side of the living banded together and created almost opposite kind of magic. And they invented individuals known as Warforged, souls in bodies without flesh.
Oh.
So imagine, So imagine like magical robots without metal, or sometimes with metal, but mostly wood and rock. And
magical
for the first
robots.
Yeah, something like that. And
Is that what Zie Ling is?
No.
and And Chester goes, for the first time, we saw Warforged. And with that new form of magic on the side of the living, we were able to overcome the necromancers. That's the war that I was talking about.
Are they all gone?
Oh, duh.
And he laughs and goes, well, hell.
What?
Well,
We won the war, Backbone, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any undead anymore.
Mhm.
There are remnants of everything, just all
How
over the
do
place.
How do we spot the undead?
Can I quickly just? I don't have anything about it, but I'm pretty old. I could have been part of the war.
Mm-hmm.
it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
How old are you?
I
And
was
how old are you?
100 years ago.
I'm 80.
I'm 220.
Whoa!
Okay.
So you would know about all this,
Hmm.
you'd think.
Roll me a d20, Jess.
Mm-hmm. 14.
14. Okay, so you definitely knew about the war, but you weren't part of the war because you
Okay.
were
Mhm.
because of your backstory. You were either like your family provided a lot of warriors, but you left your family, or rather, yes, you were forcefully removed from your family.
I was gone before, so I was either still training or in the forest by then.
Yeah. So you know of it, you weren't a part of it.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
And then Chester goes, he leans in and goes,
Okay.
okay, Rain, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Rain? You want to work with your hands a bit?
I
Ooh.
know what I want to do, but what I have to do is visit Sanjay's grave with Lee over here so we can pay our respects and figure out a plan to deal with.
And the smile drops from his face, and he goes, yeah, man, that guy.
That guy.
Of course. And then Rita...
Well, you had something against my mate Sanjay.
Rita had already, like, she'd gone behind the bar, changed into some outing clothes, and she now has, like, she keeps a small hand crossbow, like, tucked into a belt, which is really interesting for a sari.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah. But it's, like, slung off one hip.
Mm.
And she's got like a spear as well. And she goes, come on, I'll lead the way. Does everybody want to follow her?
I'm on 3 HP right now.
What?
There's someone on 3 HP.
Okay, have we all eaten and recovered, for fuck's sake?
Oh yeah, haven't we all had that drink though?
Sorry.
You weren't helpful at all,
well.
chicken fart.
Healing.
So, sorry, that
I'm
was
gonna follow, but I'm gonna sneak behind the bar and just grab a new bottle of rum and tuck it into my knapsack.
roll me a stealth check, and while you're rolling, you were drinking some of the liquid that Rita had been pouring out for you, and it wasn't alcohol. And you have, what's your full HP?
I'm on 9, but I have a max of 10.
No, sorry, not you. It.
Oh.
But tell me what your roll is for stealth. So what is your HP?
I'm on 3, but my max is 11.
Okay, so you go back to 9 from the drink that she gave.
Can I also finally have a drink before we go? I'm currently on 6 and my max is 9.
Yeah, she's like,
Okay.
you've been drinking this whole time. and then suddenly, as you burp.
No, I haven't had a drink.
No, she's been pouring drinks for everyone.
No, but she poured, and food.
So
Okay.
yours goes back to full, Ankita.
Come on, pay
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
I'm 11.
But I'm a monk, man. Okay, there you go. Hey, can I
11
ask
plus?
Chester one more thing?
Wait, hang on. So, Jess, what did you roll?
11 and then +1.
Ooh, okay. Let me see what happens. And Jen, did you groan as Zie Ling or as Jen?
No, it's chilling.
Okay, cool. Jess, you see 2 bottles, and you reach for the bigger one, but Rita comes up next to you while you're reaching for the bigger one, and you're only able to swipe the smaller one. So you now have a small bottle of rum in your backpack. She didn't notice you take it, but you weren't able to take the big bottle.
Sweet as.
It has
Happy with
enough
that.
for maybe 5 glasses.
Oh,
Close to the 20 glass bottle.
that'll get me to the forest.
Yes. Ankita, what was your question for Chester? What was Rain's question for
I was
Chester?
gonna say, you seem to know a lot. Do you know if there's a temple of Robert around this area? Or Robert?
And he smiles and he goes, you feeling all right? You feeling all good up there?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, man, yeah, I'm all good. Just wondering.
well, the closest one is maybe a week's travel away. I
Alright,
suppose
that's
if
good to
you got a horse, you could get there in half the time, but not
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Not
sure.
wearing pants.
I'm wearing shorts.
Hey man, let Jess play how Jess plays.
I have to prove it.
I love that. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chester.
And he goes yeah, there are a couple of temples to Raubert around, but just not in Tongod.
I don't think now's the time to pray. Can we just get on with it, please?
So do you head
Oh my god,
to
we're going.
To get the information you
temple?
wanted, Rain.
Okay. Let's go to this. So Rita says, yeah, she seconds Zie Ling's opinion. Goes, well, can we go now?
Yeah,
Cool.
Thank you.
I'm ready. How about these guys? How about you guys? Kid and Bod,
Sounds
another dude.
Yeah, we've been waiting a long time.
Wait, you should have fucking
Good.
said something.
Yeah, you don't like musicians, so I didn't talk.
Hey, that's very
As-
considerate.
good. Yeah, it was good.
Let's stay that way.
Okay.
All right, we're going.
What
I
happened
got what I.
All right, let's go to this grave.
the moment you walk out of the tavern? Is Dilys, can you please roll me a d4?
Four.
Cool.
Nice.
So as you all exit the tavern, you suddenly see a giant mushroom out of nowhere.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not one of these fucking things again.
It
Oh my
knocks
god.
into Rita, and I'm just gonna roll to see what happens.
I want to get rid of it.
Oh!
Burn
Okay,
it
so-
back up.
it knocks into Rita, and amazingly, it doesn't burst. And then you realize that what she's done is that with lightning quick reflexes, she has, without any force, quickly Tai Chi'd it.
Oh.
Or actually,
Whoa.
since this is a fantasy world and the opposite of chi in D&D is ki, she totally kai ki.
Tai
She kai ki'd it out of her way and takes a step back. He goes, "Whoa, watch yourself." And then you watch as these 4 mushrooms float past.
I hate these mushrooms.
Comment, nice
Jesus
kai ki there,
Christ.
Rita.
What is
Yeah.
up with these fucking
Good save.
mushrooms? What a ball.
Backbone, do you still want to attack the
I
mushroom?
want to get at least one of them.
Okay.
I want to get.
No,
Roll a d20.
alright, I just make sure I'm clear out of the way before he does anything.
Everyone's out of the way, and
Great.
so
Yep.
you can. Who here doesn't have a ranged weapon? Does everyone here have a ranged weapon?
A light crossbow is a ranged weapon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So I have.
Yeah.
Just a weapon.
Yeah, just a weapon.
Oh, too bad. Don't have one.
I mean, you could.
I'll
No,
have
I'm gonna
lightning though. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a ranged attack. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
then I'm good then.
So actually, let me rephrase that question. Does everyone here have a ranged attack? It might be a spell or a weapon. You choose.
How far?
What's a
I got my
range attack?
Throwing stars.
A ranged
Is a light crossbow a ranged attack?
definitely Mustaq.
Yes,
That is
thank
definitely
you.
a ranged attack.
Cool.
So
Mhm.
does everyone want to take a shot at these mushrooms as they've now flied past?
Come on, guys, do it.
I don't give a shit.
Is that a good idea? We know they're gonna explode, and the gas is gonna go everywhere.
Yeah, but we don't get affected by the gas, do we? Do we?
Not if
Um,
they're out of range.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we're out of.
Are we out of range?
We're
You're
out
all
of
out of
range,
range.
though.
They've
No,
all
there's
floated
a
past now.
train cloud of gas.
Come on,
in the
let's
middle
get
of
these
town.
bastards. Come on. I'm gonna use my.
Alright, I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'm
watch.
gonna use. I'm gonna use my
Roll
light
Down,
crossbow.
pull out my
I-
rifle.
Roll a d20.
Me?
Put my mask on.
Sure. So,
I put a mask and gloves on.
I got a 16, Ben.
okay, so
Oof.
Mustaq. Sorry. So
Plus the light crossbow is +3, so 19.
okay, cool.
Is
So
that
what
right?
happens is, so, I mean, I know that was a joke, but Lee doesn't have a mask and gloves, but Rain does have a mask.
Oh, you do.
So Rain puts up a mask that has like a circle over her over his mouth with a red underline R, and very very smoothly, almost like a Wild Wild West quick draw. You see Backbone take out a light crossbow, shoot off a single bolt, and then like put it back wherever he took it from, and it's like he suddenly doesn't have it anymore. And he shot 3 of them in a row.
Wow. Nice shot.
And all of you in the distance see,
Beautiful.
and then just a single mushroom continued on its way, floating now alone.
Oh, nice. Oh, sure.
Do you think they're going anywhere? Do you think they're floating anywhere?
Do I get the light crossbow back?
I mean, you have the crossbow. You just shot a bolt.
Oh, yes. Okay. I thought I threw the crossbow.
Hang on.
Yes, that crossbow.
Okay, no.
Just
I mean, you didn't want to throw it, did you?
No.
He did what he had to. He had to do what he had to do.
Sure. And then
That's funny.
Rita looks at Backbone and nods and goes, "Nice shot." And then she wraps her sari around her and grabs the spear and says, "Come this way."
Just to Backbone or to everyone?
To everyone.
Oh,
And
finally.
you walk along the way, and it's really interesting because I expected a lot more combat encounters this session, but either you've rolled or you've managed to avoid them, which is really funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. She takes you to a small chapel, and which seems to be on the outskirts of the town. It's maybe a half-hour walk away. And then when you get there, Rain and Rain, Backbone, and Lee, please roll me a religion check.
Is that a D20?
D20.
Thank you.
I got 14.
Cool.
Do you have plus anything?
I got
religion.
19.
So there's a modifier in your...
Oh, 0. Haha, that's funny.
I got 19.
There you go.
Is there 19 plus 0? Yeah, so 19.
Okay, and Lee?
Huh?
Can you please roll me a religion check?
Oh, sorry. 17. Plus minus 1. What the fuck?
Okay, cool.
Wow.
All of you got enough to recognize that this building, this chapel, is completely nondescript. There is no iconography or any idols or holy symbols on the walls. It just, from the outside, it just looks like a community hall. But then as you walk past it, Rita goes, this is where all our different people of faith of Tongod, they share this space. Just like the dead of our town share this plot. And you look down and suddenly you realize that you have reached the cemetery. And she takes you to a small little, there is a single stick in the ground, and it is also a spear, like similar to the one that she's carrying. And on the blade, if you look closely, you can see that there is the name inscribed in it, and it says Sanjay.
Sanjay. Aww.
And Rita looks over at Lee and goes, would you like to tell us how you knew him? Or would you like to say some words?
Well, Sanjay had some similar views on the world. We both just wanted to heal everyone and heal the world through good deeds. And I was incredibly upset to hear that he had gone. And because I'm not good at public speaking, I just undo the bottle of rum. I pour a little for Sanjay, and I swig a little bit myself and put it away.
Oh.
And at that moment, Rita looks at the bottle and then leans back and then leans forward again and goes, huh. Yeah, that's a good brand.
Yeah, Sanjay introduced me.
Yeah. That was Sanjay's favorite brand as well.
Mm-hmm.
What is everyone else doing at this moment?
Can I just pat Lee on the back and just say nice?
All right, thank you, but I also don't need your patronizing pats on the back.
Ooh.
Wow, cool, lady. Just trying to be a supportive friend. Whatever. I'm gonna go look around the cemetery.
Zie Ling, what do you want to do?
I've been standing in the corner this whole time.
Oh.
Can I do something really petty? Can I
What would you
cast
like to
Mage
do?
Hand?
Yeah.
I would like to cast Mage Hand, and I would like to, like, make the hand just knock over Backbone.
Okay, so my understanding is that you cannot use it to attack him. So but you could use it to do something else to him.
Can I just like? Okay, wait.
He's already been attacked once. He doesn't need it twice, guys.
Can it take a stone and like throw it at him? Can it do that? It's
Sure.
not technically an attack. Yeah.
Sure. I'll
Throw
say
the stone up into the air over his head.
What's with
Because
this?
it can manipulate an object.
Yep. Sure. Roll to throw a stone at Backbone. This is not an attack.
Hold on.
So this is more of an annoyance. So
Yes.
roll a d12 and let's see where it hits him.
8. Is there
8?
a plus? Wait.
You can plus
Wait. Do I?
you can plus your strength modifier to it.
Okay. Which is +1.
+1, so a 9.
9. Mm-hmm.
It hits Backbone in the shoulder. So Backbone, what happens is that as you're watching Lee pour a libation out to a deceased friend, and you see Rita just like complimenting her choice of alcohol, suddenly you feel not enough to hurt, but you feel a really intense like boof into your shoulder. And you turn around and look, and there's no one there.
Okay.
And
I ignore it. I think could have been a bit of, I don't know what it could have been, but do I suspect one of these people? Did you just do?
Roll.
Can I?
Wait, actually, hang on. Zie Ling, that was a spell, yes?
Yes.
So the way that Zie Ling's magic works is that whenever they cast a spell, their staff lights up for 1 second, and it looks like there's a small fire at the top of their staff.
So I know.
You don't know. You don't know. All you know is that suddenly, for 1 second, there was a spark that looks like a small fireball.
So I turn back, I look around, and I notice that spark.
Yeah,
but I don't know what
spark,
it means.
but you don't know what it means.
Okay. Interesting, I say. It doesn't really hurt me, does it? It not
doesn't
like
hurt you.
Super painful. Yeah.
No.
So I'll just leave it as it is. I don't think I'll think too much about it. Yeah.
It is at that moment that suddenly you feel another stone hit you in the back of the head.
Okay, that's too
That
much of a coincidence.
Does hurt you, so please remove one health point.
Bloody hell! Okay.
Like and you touch the back of your head, and you can see there's blood in your hand, on your fingertips.
So -1 from my hit points.
Minus
is that right?
1 HP. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. Okay.
Zie Ling, roll me a perception check.
Do I know why Zie Ling is doing this?
You don't know that it was Zie Ling? Mustaq, no. Does not.
19 + 1.
Holy shit.
Unnatural 20. You suddenly see, like you felt the second pebble go past your shoulder and whiz past, and you see like another one hits Backbone in the head, and you'll go like,
Oh.
that wasn't
Yeah,
me.
that wasn't me.
Oh, so it wasn't Zie Ling.
The second one wasn't.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
And
Can I turn around and see where it came from?
you can definitely turn around, and roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, come on. 16 plus 1, 17.
17. What you see behind you is a small gathering of 10 kobolds that have suddenly crested the hill, and most of them have slings. And the first one shot, slung. The first one attacked Backbone with a stone, and suddenly you watch as another 6 whip their slings around and fire pebbles at your party, and and so Backbone is like examining his fingertip bloody, and suddenly Balasar, Rain, and you all also get hit by a stone, and you all also have to take 1 hit points.
Shit.
And everyone turns away from the cemetery and looks up at this hill, and Rita snarls and goes, "Fucking kobolds." And she gathers her spear in one hand and looks at all of you and goes, "Well, are you?"
Yeah, I pull out a weapon.
Yep.
Are you what?
Are you
I'm
with
for a
us?
fight.
Oh, yeah.
Stars.
Not right.
I don't like being hit at the back.
Sure.
And that is where we'll end today's
I
session.
knew it.
Oh. yeah. I was like, I was going to cast
Well
something.
waiting
but
for
then
it.
So that was session
Wow.
1 of Dumplings and Dragons. Thank you so much for being a part of this session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thanks, man.
Let's see what happens next session, which might be next week. We'll see on everyone's availability, and yeah, we'll see you guys then, or you'll see us.
Yeah. That was
Take care.
cool.
Oh, and remember,
Oh, wow.
Thanks,
last time,
everybody.
choose love over fear. That's important. We have to sign off on that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.